So remember there was that TikTok trend of that guy saying, what's a coincidence that you think about a lot? Great videos that came out of that. There's one that I think about a lot that I've never talked about here on this app, and I'm going to regret it if I don't talk about it. That is the coincidence of the infertility crisis and how much money the petrochemical industry donates to politicians. I think about that one. So we have an infertility crisis going on in the United States here. And it's not just the United States, it's like all over the world, okay? There's a lot of mechanisms to this infertility crisis. And I wanna also stipulate, it is not just women not being able to get pregnant and their bodies, it is men's bodies. Literally sperm count has dropped by 50% in the last 50 years, cool? So there's that. Part of that infertility crisis is also women not being able to sustain pregnancies as easily. And again, there's lots of mechanisms to this. Miscarriages, by all accounts, are up. That exists, okay? Again, lots of mechanisms. However, what is incontrovertible is that one of the mechanisms, one of the contributing factors for this infertility crisis, right? Men, women, miscarriage, are microplastics and the chemicals that come out of plastic. Incontrovertible. So there are best-selling books written on this topic, okay? Microplastics themselves directly impact sperm quality and egg viability. It could have, right? So there's that. Not to mention there are hundreds of endocrine disrupting chemicals in all of our everyday products. Phthalates, PFAS, bisphenols, blah, 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 goes on. So those two things, okay? But I find it very interesting that the petrochemical industry, which makes plastic, is also one of the biggest supporters and lobbyists, donors to the politicians that are making policy and passing laws to ensure that women are forced to give birth, to fight the infertility crisis. I think about that coincidence. They're not going to spend money to help our bodies make more babies, right? So it's easier for us to have more children and all of the social factors, which I'm not even going to talk about here, but duh, they're not going to make it easier for parents. No, because that would cut into their donors' profits. If there were less microplastics, they could pass legislation to ban fucking endocrine disruptors at the federal level from all products. They could do that. They could pass legislation to stop with fucking disposable plastic, how about just not have disposable plastic on our food? How about that? You don't even have to take plastic away altogether, just not on our food. Because that contributes to fucking infertility. Big time. Many studies show this. But that would hurt their donors' profits. So they're not going to do that. Just going to force women to give birth and criminalize them if they're having a miscarriage and need their lives saved. Criminalize the doctors that try and help them. That's a coincidence I think about a lot.